Hi everybody and welcome along to Big Quiz Night In. This is episode 156. How you all doing? Let's have a look who's in the chat this evening then. Already seen some of the comments coming in. Let's have a look. So Sue and the Donuts are saying good evening all. Welcome along. Andy says hi and hi to everyone. Lisa says hello from Honolulu. What? You are literally on the other side of the planet watching my little quiz? What? That's mad. You're never in the same place for long, are you? That's incredible. Okay. Geraldine's here saying good evening all as well. A bit quiet in the chat though this evening. Is anybody else watching? Feel free to say hi. We've got the usual quiz show lined up for you this evening with 3 great quiz rounds and countdown conundrums for each. We will do an Our Survey Says Family Fortunes or Family Feud style question as well, and finish off with some catchphrases tonight. And lots of trivia to go along with it as well. So please do keep on commenting and get ready because we're going to go now to our kids question to kick off the show and to see if you can get some bonus points before we start the first quiz round proper. Here we go. And we have got...
What do you find? Mickey Mouse!
Apparently, it's Mickey Mouse. We've got Ruben here this evening to help this first question. Andy says hello to Lisa, and he's trying to think of a good pun. I wonder.
You could say, oh no, Lulu is like, hello, hello to you.
Jodie's here as well saying hi everybody. Let's bring up the question. You ready to ask this one then, yeah? Okay, here we go.
What kind of farmyard animal has its own simulator video game franchise? Is it A, cow, B, goat, C, pig, and D, sheep?
Okay, A, B, C, or D. Have a guess in the comments. If you get this one right, you get bonus points, 2 bonus points to save towards any of your following quiz round scores, as always. So let's see. Have a guess now. A, B, C, or D. This is the only time I'll ask you to say anything along these lines in terms of guessing questions, at least. Excuse me, in the comments until we get to the end. So let's get some guesses in. Yeah, okay, all right. I could have done that. But all right. We've got some guesses then. Jodie's going with C. Andy says D. Geraldine says B. Sue says B. Was there anybody else? We'll wait for the broadcast to catch up with Hawaii and see if this is going to have a guess. But don't worry if not. Okay, so we've got some guesses in. Let's see then what the answer is. Are you ready?
Yep.
The answer is...
Goat Simulator!
It is called Goat Simulator, and very silly games they are too, aren't they, mate?
Yeah, so I play the first one and the third one. For some reason, the second one just does not exist.
Oh, Lisa did just... Well, it's misspelled, but she did guess goat.
Yeah.
Oh. Not what you Oh dear.
Yeah.
If you don't know why he's laughing, let's just say that word means something else these days, and you're not going to go into any details. It's a family show. I don't think it is spelled like that, actually. But anyway, no, I'm sure she means goat. Yeah. Okay. All right. So with that said, let's say who has got bonus points.
We have. No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's B, yeah.
Look.
Yeah, I know. I was going to go up to that.
Oh, okay.
Either or. Go on.
Geraldine
and Sue. That, and then we're saying Lisa as well. Yes. So there we go. 3 of you get 2 bonus points for getting that question correct. Feel free to add them onto your scores for any of the next 3 rounds. And thank you, Ruben, for your help as always.
With the rest of the quiz.
Okay.
Goodbye.
You're going to go bake some cookies now? Yeah. Okay. Go on then. Ah, okay. He's making goat noises as he leaves. Oh, all right then. So let me just get back into the middle. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you for that. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it? So Lisa was trying to get her sister to play from Massachusetts. MA? That's right, isn't it? Yes. Well, feel free. Keep sharing and telling people about it. I guess before we get into the rounds, you can see the 3 rounds as always down here. You can see them. We're going to do food and drink first. We're going to do potluck. We're then going to do a superheroes round, and then the game shows to follow, of course. But yeah, and a few different things to talk about next week. Although I'm not skipping to the end of tonight just yet. But next week is the last quiz of the year here on Facebook Live, and that will be our Christmas special. So definitely reach out to people and get your families together. Get as many as you can to come together for the Christmas special. That will be next week, Tuesday, same time, same place, as always. So just bear that in mind. I'll remind people again about that at the end. Food and drink is first. 15 questions, 1 point for each correct answer, unless otherwise stated. I have a feeling that the first question may be more obvious to some than others, so we're just going to kick off and see how you go. Remember, you don't, I'm going to bring the countdown conundrum in now, but you do not put any more guesses in the comments for these quiz rounds. We'll go through questions 1 to 15, and then I'll go through any repeats you want, then the answers, and you can then tell me how many points you think you scored in this round. And we rinse and repeat for the next 2 rounds for those who are new to watching this quiz. Here we go with question number 1. What would a US citizen call an aubergine? What would a US citizen call an aubergine? That is question number 1. By the way, this is a totally non-alcoholic Stormtrooper glass full of beer. Totally non-alcoholic, of course. I would never do such a thing on live. Never. But hey. Question number 2. The chive is a member of which family of vegetables? The chive is a member of which family of vegetables? Question 3. Grenadine is obtained from which fruit? Grenadine is obtained from which fruit? Oh, and just in case anybody new is watching, the countdown conundrum is for 2 points as well, but we don't guess those in the comments either. Just let us know at the end if you got it correct when I reveal the answer, and you can add it onto your score. And there will be 3 as always tonight. Question 4. Which herb is used to flavour Pernod? Which herb is used to flavour Pernod? Question 5 now. Question number 5. According to their advertising slogans, which beers were reassuringly expensive, good for you, and looks good, tastes good, and by golly, it does you good? According to their advertising slogans, which beers were reassuringly expensive, good for you, and looks good, tastes good, and by golly, it does you good? 3 different beer brands, 1 point for each. Okay, question number 6 then. Question 6. What name is given to the pink Greek dip made from cod's roe? What name is given to the pink Greek dip made from cod's roe? Okay, the next question then. Question number 7. Which French name is given to the small confectionery that's generally eaten at the end of a meal with coffee? Which French name is given to the small confectionery that's generally eaten at the end of a meal with coffee? Looks like I've just got some other messages. I think there's other people watching in the other areas where I'm sharing the quiz. How do you join? Paul, in the comments. Let me just check my page for the live video. Maybe he's watching now. Maybe. If you are, say hi in the comments and I'll let you know if you're in the right place. Okay, the next question is, where were we? Question number 8 now. This is for 3 points. The liqueurs, Kirsch, Calvados, and Creme de Cassis are distilled from which fruits? The liqueurs, Kirsch, Calvados, and Creme de Cassis are distilled from which fruits? 3 different answers, 1 point for each. Glad I spotted that. There's always the risk when you're sharing things everywhere, and people, if they haven't joined before, they're not familiar what to expect or what to do. So you have to always be on the lookout for these things. Question number 9 now. Question 9. Where might you find dead man's fingers? Where might you find dead man's fingers? Remember, this is a food and drink round. Where might you find dead man's fingers? Okay, the next question. Question number 10. Which wine can be Fino or Oloroso? Which wine could be Fino or Oloroso? 1 point question there. Which one wine could be Fino or Oloroso? Okay, let's go to the next question then. Next question is number 11. What is the main ingredient in mayonnaise? What is the main ingredient in mayonnaise? Just notice that the chat isn't showing up properly on here for some reason right now on this page. Does sometimes struggle, I notice. Hopefully it'll catch up in a bit. Okay, the next question then, question 12. Which beer manufacturer was the last to sponsor Rugby Union's Club European Cup? Which beer manufacturer was the last to sponsor Rugby Union's Club European Cup? It has not been mentioned so far in this round or any of the answers, so that might narrow it down a little bit for you. Currently, the tournament is sponsored by Investec, but before that, there was a time where there was a beer manufacturer who sponsored it. So name that beer manufacturer or brand. Okay, question number 13 now. Question 13. Retsina, Rioja, and Frascati are wines from which 3 nations? Retsina, Rioja, and Frascati are wines from which 3 nations? Question 14 now. Question 14. What type of vegetable is a marrow fat? What type of vegetable is a marrow fat? Question 15 now, the final question. In August 2024, which 3 new flavours of crisps did Walker's launch in collaboration with Heinz? 1 point for each. This is a particularly tough question, in fairness. In August 2024, which 3 new flavours of crisps did Walker's, they're called Lay's in the USA, in case you didn't know. Which 3 new flavours of crisps did they launch in collaboration with Heinz? 1 point for each. I will give you some more thinking time with that. I have a feeling, actually, the chat has not brought through anything yet because there hasn't been a new comment since I moved to this page. So that might be what it is. So the next person to comment may find it pops up here. Although really it should just be the same on each page. But hey, we'll see what happens. Maybe there's been a change to how it works. Okay, so yes, let me know if you want anything repeated. That is the end of the round. This is your last chance, of course, to work out the countdown conundrum answer. You get 2 bonus points if you can guess that correctly on top of your score for this food and drink round. I will tell you the answers. Do not put any guesses in the chat. I will tell you the answers very soon. Just a reminder, while I give you that thinking time, that in the link, there is a link in the description, of course, to this video, which takes you to a list of every place you could support what I do and find more free quiz content in any other social media app. Also, Christmas is coming, so you can see the link there to an Amazon page where there is the book that Ruben and I wrote, which is for sale at the moment and has been for a while, and it's doing very well. So please do have a look if you've got little ones in your life you want to buy that for. It's a really nice book for early readers called Jack and the Dragon. Right, question 8 for Sue. There you go. The chat is there. I knew it was about comments. Okay, so Sue has asked for number 8. This one, it was a multiple point question. 3 points for this one. The liqueurs, Kirsch, Calvados, and Creme de Cassis are distilled from which fruits? And number 4 as well. Okay, so number 4. Which herb is used to flavour Pernod? Which herb is used to flavour Pernod? Personally, if I were to rank herbs in order of preference, this one would be so far down on the list, I wouldn't be able to see it. Horrible. I mean, it's one of those you either love it or you hate it. That's the only clues I'm giving you for now. But yeah, personally, can't stand that flavour. Okay, any more requests for repeats? Because I will go through the answers in just a moment. And we'll see how well you've done. You can let me know your scores. Okay, right, let's go through the answers then for the food and drink round. Question 1. What would a US citizen call an aubergine? It is an eggplant. Question 2. The chive is a member of which family of vegetables? That is an onion. Question 3. Grenadine is obtained from which fruit? That is pomegranate. Question 4. Which herb is used to flavour Pernod? It is aniseed. Aniseed, yes. Very much a love it or hate it thing, I think. Question 5. According to their advertising slogans, which beers were reassuringly expensive, good for you, and looks good, tastes good, and by golly, it does you good? Reassuringly expensive was Stella Artois. Good for you was Guinness. And the looks good, tastes good was Mackeson's. Question 6. What name is given to the pink Greek dip made from cod's roe? It is tarama salata. Question 7. Which French name is given to the small confectionery that's generally eaten at the end of a meal with coffee? It is petit fours. Petit fours. Question 8. Kirsch, Calvados, and Creme de Cassis are distilled from which fruits? It is cherries, apples, and blackcurrants. For 3 points. Question 9. Where might you find dead man's fingers? It is in a crab. Question 10. Which wine could be Fino and Oloroso? It is sherry. Question 11. The main ingredient in mayonnaise is eggs. Question 12. Which beer manufacturer was the last to sponsor Rugby Union's Club European Cup? It was Heineken. It used to be called the Heineken Cup, and now it's Investec. Question 13. Retsina and Rioja and Frascati are wines from which 3 nations? It is Greece, Spain, and Italy. Again, 3 points there. Question 14. What type of vegetable is a marifat? It is a pea. Marifat peas. That's my personal favourite, in case you're interested. Question 15. The crisp flavours that Walker's launched in collaboration with Heinz are roast chicken and Heinz mayo, sausage sarnie and Heinz ketchup, and cheese toasty and Heinz beans. I'm happy to clarify any more on those. If you put something close to the answer, you'd probably still get a point from me for each of those, but if you want me to, I'm happy to give a clarification or a ruling on it, or you can just give yourselves the points if you've got close enough. Tally up those scores then. I will show you now the answer to the countdown conundrum for 2 bonus points. It is restarted. So, restarted for 2 bonus points. Let me know in the comments now, how many points have you got in total? And for those who got the bonus points at the start of the quiz this evening, you can add those onto your scores here if you wish. Okay, some scores coming in then. We will move on to our potluck general knowledge round after the scores. Jodie, well done, 8 points. Good start. Not too many multiple point questions in that round, actually. Normally we do more than that, but in this round, not so much. So 8 points for Jodie. How well have the rest of you done then? Let's see some more scores come in. And okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I've got another reply. Let me see if I can get this working for them. Donut scored 18, got the conundrum, and we know our crisps. Excellent. Well done to the donuts. 10 plus 2 makes 12 for me, says Andy. Lisa says 3 wrong. The beer ones. That's fair. Okay, good score overall then if you managed that much. Yeah, sorry. Let's just see what these other comments are. Got it now. Okay, good. Welcome. Okay, glad you could watch this then, Paul. Assuming you are indeed actually here. That's great. Okay, Geraldine says 12 plus 2 for the kids' question at the start, using those points early there. So 14 points to Geraldine. Good scores then, teams. Well done. Let's scroll on now to our next round, which will be potluck. And I will bring in, let's bring in the countdown conundrum again. There's your conundrum for this round. 2 more bonus points if you get that correct. And it is a potluck round. So general knowledge, 15 questions, 1 point for each, of course, as we go. Here it is. Question number 1. Remember, don't put any guesses in the comments. Keep them to yourself and let me know your scores at the end. Question 1. Who plays Glinda and Elphaba in the new musical movie Wicked? Part 1, technically it is. Who plays Glinda and Elphaba in the new musical movie Wicked? 1 point for each. Question number 2 now. Which 3 metros can be a device to keep time, a large city, and a modern man who is especially meticulous about his grooming and appearance. Which three metros can be a device to keep time, a large city, and a modern man who is especially meticulous about his grooming and appearance? Definitely couldn't describe me as this. So 3 points there. Three different words that start with metro. 1 point for each. A device to keep time, a large city, and a modern man meticulous about grooming and appearance. Okay, question 3. Which hairstyle shares its name with an apiary? Which hairstyle shares its name with an apiary? Question number 4. What does HMV stand for in the retail world? What does HMV stand for in the retail world for 3 points? So 1 point for each correct word. It's worth a guess. Okay, question number 5. Question 5. Spell the word schizophrenia correctly, obviously. Spell the word schizophrenia. Being very trusting with this. You must get it exactly right, of course. Spell the word schizophrenia for 1 point. Question 6 now. Question number 6. Who is the only person ever to have a #1 UK hit single as a solo artist, a duo, a trio, a quartet, a quintet, a sextet, a nonette, and in a choir? Who is the only person ever to have a #1 hit single as a solo artist, a duo, a trio, a quartet, a quintet, a sextet, a nonette, and a choir? One person has managed to do all of that. Very, very famous individual in the world of music. But who could it be? Question 7 now. Question 7. Behind the elephant, which other 3 land animals are the heaviest on Earth? Behind the elephant, which other 3 land animals are the heaviest on Earth? Land animals. 1 point for each. Okay, next question. Question number 8 now. The Hogwarts Express departs from which platform at King's Cross Station? The Hogwarts Express departs from which platform at King's Cross Station? Question number 9 now. Question 9 is for 3 more points. What type of trees would you associate with Canada, Japan, and Israel? 1 point for each. What type of trees would you associate with Canada, Japan, and Israel for 3 points? Question number 10 now. Question 10. What was developed by the Manhattan Project? What was developed by the Manhattan Project? Question 11. Which European nation has the most active volcanoes? Which European nation has the most active volcanoes? Question number 12 now. Question 12. What do the Cockney words mutton, orson, and taters translate into common English as? What do the Cockney slang words mutton, orson, and taters translate into common English as? Question 13. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what words are used for J, L, and Q? In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what words are used for J, L, and Q? Again, that's for 3 points. Question 14 now. Question 14. Gerry Adams represented which party at Westminster? Gerry Adams represented which political party, I should specify, at Westminster? And finally, question 15. Which 3 UK monopoly properties have names beginning with the letter P? Which 3 UK monopoly properties have names beginning with the letter P? 1 point for each again, of course. There plenty of multiple points in this round, and that is the end of it. So let me know now if you have any questions that you would like me to repeat. Then we'll get into our answers. Last bit of thinking time then as well for the countdown conundrum. 2 bonus points if you can work what that is as well. If you can work that out. Then of course we move on to our superheroes trivia round and game shows. If you joined late, I'll tell you now the game shows rounds will be an Our Survey Says Family Fortunes style question. And we'll also do catchphrase, which our version of catchphrase involves trivia as well. But I've got 3 catchphrases for you, one of which in particular very funny. It's my favourite part of the show is to host catchphrase questions. This is just so funny. Oh dear. Right, Sue's asked for 6 and 12. Okay, so for the donuts then, question 6. Who is the only person ever to have a UK #1 hit single as a solo, duo, trio, quartet, quintet, sextet, nonette, and a choir? That is question 6. Very, very famous person from the world of music. And number 12. What do the Cockney slang words mutton, orson, and taters translate into English as? Okay, let's go through the answers. Some really interesting questions in this one, so I hope you appreciate it. Right, question 1. Who plays Glinda and Elphaba in the new musical movie Wicked Part 1? It's Ariana Grande playing Glinda, and Elphaba is Cynthia Erivo, Cynthia Erivo, I think it is, for 2 points. Question 2. The 3 metro words. It's a metronome, a metropolis, and metrosexual for 3 points. Question 3. The hairstyle that shares its name with an apiary. Well, it's bees that live in an apiary, so the answer is a beehive. Question 4. HMV, as in the shops, HMV. In the retail world, it stands for His Master's Voice, which is why the logo is the little dog sat by gramophone, is it? Is that what it's called? Yeah, he's listening to his master's voice. Question 5, spell the word schizophrenia correctly. It is SCHIZOPHRENIA. I will put it in the chat for you as well. There we go. Question 6. The only person ever to have a UK #1 hit single, as all of those different group options I gave you, is Paul McCartney. So he's obviously had UK #1 hit singles by himself. He's been in a duo with Stevie Wonder, a trio with Wings, the Beatles, obviously a quartet, the Beatles with Billy Preston as a quintet, for Ferry Aid, a sextet, a nonette with the Hillsborough Disaster Fund, and then, of course, the choir was Band Aid. So there you go. Paul McCartney for 1 point. Question 7. Behind the elephant, which other 3 land animals are the heaviest on Earth? It's, of course, a rhinoceros, a hippopotamus, and a giraffe for 3 points. Question 8. The Hogwarts Express departs from platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross Station. Question 9. The 3 trees associated with Canada, Japan, and Israel are maple trees, cherry blossom, and olive trees. Question 10. What was developed by the Manhattan Project? That was the atomic bomb. Question 11. Which Euro nation has the most active volcanoes? That is Iceland. Question 12. The Cockney slang words mutton, Orson, and taters translate into the following. Mutton, it's mutt and Jeff. The answer is death. Orson, as in horse and cart, it's fart. And taters, as in potatoes, the phrase is potatoes in the mould, cold. So for 3 points, deaf, fart, and cold. Very well done if you worked that one out, or any of those 3 out. It's 1 point for each, of course. Question 13. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what words are used for J, L, and Q? That is Juliet, Lima, Quebec. Question 14. Gerry Adams represented which political party in Westminster? It was Sinn Féin. Question 15. Which 3 UK monopoly properties begin with the letter P? That is Park Lane, Pentonville Road, and Piccadilly. 3 more points for that. Right, start tallying up your scores then. The countdown conundrum answer is decimates. So 2 points for that. Add that to your score if you got it right. Add on the kids' question score if you did get 2 points and you haven't used it already. And let's see how well you've done in this round. Did you beat your score from the previous rounds, I wonder? And once we've seen those scores come in the chat, we will then move on to round 3, the superheroes quiz round. We repeat the process again, and then we're into our game shows round. Next week, as a reminder, will be the Christmas special. Last quiz on Facebook Live of the year. Do share the news. Make sure people are following the page. Get as many people as we can watching that last one of the year. It's going to be a good one. And brush up on your Christmas knowledge in advance. 12 points for Jody. Very good. Yes, an improvement on the last round. Andy's also improving. 19 points. Oh, there might be an alternative one for the conundrum. Interesting. Medicates. Medicates, it could be. Let's have a look. D-I-C-A-T-E-S. Could conundrum be medicates too? Yeah, Lisa said that as well. Let's check. Third person present medicates. Yes, you may have 2 points for medicates or decimates. Very good. Well spotted. Sometimes that does happen. It is possible that the same letters can spell more than one word. That's the one the system pushed out. It doesn't tell me if there's alternatives, but there you go. But that does mean that there was another alternative, and that means you can have 2 points for that instead of the one I have there. Absolutely. As long as I can confirm it's a genuine word in the dictionary, which I just did. Yes, very good. Right, so in that case then, update your scores. Geraldine says 20 plus 2, so that's 22 points. Excellent score there, Geraldine. How many have Sue and Lisa got then with that taken into account? 22 points as well with the alternative conundrum. Very good. That's good. Let's see, Lisa, how did you get on in that round? Anybody else watching along, don't be shy. Feel free to drop in the comments and just say roughly how many points you got if you would like to. No pressure either way. We're going to move on to the next round. The chats continue though, so do leave a comment. And the other thing is, of course, every comment on a video on social media anywhere helps show how popular it is and therefore pushes it out to more people. So you never know, we might have new people joining us in the future, as has happened before. So always appreciate the comments. Is there Pall Mall in Monopoly? Was there a fourth one that we missed? Okay, let me have a look. Oh. Let's have a look. It is coming up, you know. Let me just check the others. Make sure. Yeah, Park Lane, Pall Mall, Pentonville Road, and Piccadilly. Yes. Okay, we can make it a 4-pointer then if you put Pall Mall as well. Or yeah, we'll say a 4-pointer. In the pub, I would have handled this differently because there's money on it. I would have said 3 points for any of those 4. But I will give you a point if you thought there might be 4 and you get that Pall Mall as well. You can have an extra point. Yeah, Pall Mall's a magenta one, magenta-coloured square. I wonder why that's not on the list. I shall add it for future reference now. Of course it's there. Excellent work. Okay, right, let's just replace that. We can move on then to the superheroes round, I think. So, yeah, Jodie says bumps him up to 13 as well. Sue's got 23. Excellent. Well, there you go. There you go. Everyone's happy. You get extra points there. Right. So with that said then, well done, everybody. Let's move on to our superheroes round. This might be a little bit trickier, though. Let's have a look. I mean, it's not that trickier, in fairness. Oh, we've got another message. Hold on. Let's go back to the chat and have a look. Oh, Catherine's here. So sorry, everyone just arrived. Good evening, Chris. Good evening, everyone. Catherine, I sent you and Tony a message through Patreon. If you could check it and just let me know, that would be much appreciated. I haven't seen a response come in, so I just want to make sure you're aware. You might get it in your email or something, but have a look. Yeah. So just so you know, that is there for you. Okay, thank you for being here, though. We're going straight into a superhero quiz round now, and then we've got our game shows round. Here we go, then. 15 more questions, and the countdown conundrum this time looks like this. Oh, okay, right. Question number 1 for 3 points. Which 3 actors have played Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, or Incredible Hulk, in Marvel movies? Which 3 actors have played Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, in Marvel movies? And I suppose we could now technically say in Marvel live action TV, because one of them appears in the She-Hulk series, which is really funny. People should watch that. It's very good. Questionable CGI at some points, but it's still fun to watch it. And one of these 3 appears in it as well. Question 2. Which villainous character did Jim Carrey play in Batman Forever? Which villainous character did Jim Carrey play in Batman Forever? You can give me the villain identity or the character's real name. Either or is fine. Which villainous character did Jim Carrey play in Batman Forever for 1 point? Question number 3 now. What name does Peter Quill wish everyone would call him, according to the Marvel films? What name does Peter Quill wish everyone would call him, according to the Marvel films? Question 4. Which female superheroes were played on film by Jennifer Garner, Gal Gadot, and Alicia Silverstone? Which female superheroes were played on film by Jennifer Garner, Gal Gadot, or you might know her as Gal Gadot, and Alicia Silverstone? I say Gal Gadot because I saw her in an interview once and she was asked how you say her name, and that's how she's basically said it. She pronounces the T, basically. But yeah, a lot of people still call her Gal Gadot. So Jennifer Garner, Gal, and Alicia Silverstone. 3 different superheroes they played. 1 point for each. Question number 5 now. Bob Kane is the American comic book writer and artist who co-created which legendary DC superhero character? Bob Kane is the American comic book writer and artist who co-created which legendary DC superhero character? Question 6 now. Question 6 from the Fantastic Four. What is Mr. Fantastic's real name? From the Fantastic Four, what is Mr. Fantastic's real name? Question number 7 now. Which writer and which artist created Spider-Man? Which writer and which artist created Spider-Man? Two points for that one. The writer and the artist who co-created Spider-Man. Question 8 now. What were the names of Clark Kent's 2 parents on Earth? What were the names of Clark Kent's parents on Earth? 1 point for each. First names and their surname, which should be obvious now, but the first names, most definitely 1 point for each. Question 9. Which superhero's real name is Barbara Gordon? Which superhero's real name is Barbara Gordon? Question number 10, then, for 2 more points. Question 10. Which daily newspapers do Spider Man and Superman work for? Or at least their secret identities. Which daily newspapers do Spider Man and Superman work for? 1 point for each again. Okay, question 11 now. This one's for 3 points. Lana Lang, Pepper Potts, and Gwen Stacy were girlfriends of which 3 well-known superheroes? Lana Lang, Pepper Potts, and Gwen Stacy were girlfriends of which 3 well-known superheroes? Question number 12 then. Question 12. Which of the X-Men was born Remy LeBeau? Which of the X-Men was born Remy LeBeau? Another 3 points now for question 13. Which Marvel superheroes are played on film by Benedict Cumberbatch, Paul Bettany, and Zoe Saldana? Which Marvel superheroes are played on film by Benedict Cumberbatch, Paul Bettany, and Zoe Saldana? Okay, question 14 now. Oh, Andy says, hey, I've just got the conundrum that might double my score in this round. Oh, mate, I'm sorry. Never mind. Well, if you remember any of this, it might prove useful in future quizzes. Who knows? All right, question 14. This is massive, okay? For 7 points. Which 7 actors have played the role of Batman / Bruce Wayne in live-action full-length movies on film? Which 7 actors have played the role of Batman in full-length live-action movies on film? 1 point for each, of course. So 7 points available here, because we are up to 7 different actors now. You don't have to put them in order. I'm not going to be that strict on it. We've got one more question. The final question is for 4 points. Okay. You get a little bit more thinking time again after this for those last 2 questions and anything more you need. Question 15. Which 4 actors played Marvel's Fantastic Four on film in 2005? Which 4 actors played Marvel's Fantastic Four on film in 2005? There was a sequel to that one as well, but the first of the 2 movies they made was in 2005. I thought they were quite good as well, but because this is before the MCU fully kicked off and the rights of different superheroes were all over the place at the time, it was a very different world back then for superhero movies. Well, there will be a new Fantastic Four coming soon. That's something that I've just finished filming. The MCU Marvel movie has just finished filming that one I read the other day. Okay, any repeats needed for this one? I get the feeling there might be some. Some tricky questions here, if as we discovered with Andy. Some tricky questions. I guess they're only ever easy if you know the answer, right? So that's just how quizzes work, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to go through the answers then. I'm stalling for time just in case a repeat request comes in. And I'm aware I just asked you to name 7 and then 4 different answers for the last 2 questions. So, yes, there's some repeats from the donuts that have just come in. We will move on to the game shows round soon. Make sure you're trying to work out that countdown conundrum as well for 2 extra points. You may need them in order to boost that score. This is also the last round in which you can use the bonus points from the kids' question at the very start of the show for those who were there and got that correct. Right, question 3 was, what name does Peter Quill wish everyone would call him? Question 7, which writer and artist created Spider-Man? So 1 point for the writer, 1 point for the artist, 2 points therefore in total that created Spider-Man. And question 13, which Marvel superheroes are currently played on film by Benedict Cumberbatch, Paul Bettany, and Zoe Saldana? All Marvel, MCU Marvel movie actors. What are the names of the superheroes they play? Okay, I'm not actually seeing any more repeats coming in, so I will now go through the answers. Let's see how many you got. Don't worry if you honestly, if you really struggle in this round, you know what it's like here. We do different subjects all the time. Sometimes they'll work for you, sometimes they won't. If you retain any of the information you've heard from this, it might be useful in future quizzes. Who knows? Right, question 1. The actors who have played Bruce Banner, aka Hulk or Incredible Hulk on film are, and on TV now, Eric Banner. Eric Banner played Bruce Banner in Ang Lee's Hulk movie, which is not canonical with the MCU. Then Edward Norton played Bruce Banner in The Incredible Hulk, which is part of the MCU, is one of the first movies in the MCU. But he didn't reprise the role because later on, because Ed Norton didn't want to be part of a franchise, he just wanted to do it once and be done with it, which is really silly. So then Mark Ruffalo took over. So Eric Banner, Edward Norton, and Mark Ruffalo for 3 points. Question 2, Jim Carrey in Batman Forever played the Riddler. Edward Nygma, Enigma, the Riddler. Question 3, Peter Quill wished everyone would call him Star-Lord. That is Chris Pratt's character in Guardians of the Galaxy. Question 4, the female superheroes played by Jennifer Garner, Gal Gadot, and Alicia Silverstone is Elektra, Wonder Woman, and Batgirl. Question 5, Bob Kane is the American comic book writer and artist who co-created which legendary DC superhero character? Bob Kane created Batman. Question 6, Fantastic Four's Mr. Fantastic's real name is Reed Richards. Question 7. The writer and the artist who created Spider-Man are Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. Question 8. Clark Kent's two parents on Earth are Jonathan and Martha Kent. For 2 points again. Question 9. The superhero's real name, that is Barbara Gordon, is Batgirl. Question 10. The newspapers that Spider-Man and Superman work for, or Peter Parker and Clark Kent, the Daily Bugle and the Daily Planet. Question 11. Lana Lang, Pepper Potts and Gwen Stacy were girlfriends of which three well-known superheroes? Lana Lang was Superman's girlfriend before Lois Lane, typically. I'm not familiar with every single story of Superman ever, but it's typically Lana Lang, and then he meets Lois Lane later in life. Pepper Potts is Iron Man's girlfriend, and Gwen Stacy was one of Peter Parker or Spider-Man's girlfriends. So Superman, Iron Man, and Spider-Man for 3 points. Question 12. The X-Men that was born Remy LeBeau, that is Gambit. Question 13. The Marvel superheroes played on film by Benedict Cumberbatch, Paul Bettany, and Zoe Saldana are Doctor Strange, Vision, and Gamora. Question 14. Which 7 actors have played the role of Batman in full-length live-action movies on film? Originally, in 1966, it was Adam West. It wasn't just a TV series. They did do a movie as well. Then it was fast forward to 1989, I think? 80s, at least. Michael Keaton played him twice, Batman the movie and Batman Returns. Then you've got George Clooney and Val Kilmer, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Then Christian Bale for the Dark Knight trilogy. Then Ben Affleck for the more modern DCEU. And most recently, Robert Pattinson in The Batman, which is very good, actually. I was quite surprised with that. That was very good. As is the new Penguin spin-off series they did. So, I'll repeat that again for 7 points. Adam West, Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and Robert Pattinson for 7 points. Question 15 for 4 points. Marvel's Fantastic Four on film in 2004 were Chris Evans as the Human Torch, Chris Evans who then went on to become Captain America. Jessica Alba played the Invisible Woman. Ioan Gruffudd, who played Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, you now know if you didn't already. And playing the Thing was Michael Chiklis. He was very good, actually. I remember liking his character very much in those films. So, with that all said, the Countdown Conundrum answer is inventory, or inventory. Tally up your scores again for the last time in this round, or in these quiz rounds at least, and let's see how well you did this time. Apologies if you struggled in this one. Remember, we do randomise these subjects. They're always different, and that's just how it fell today. So, yeah, let's see how well you did. Last chance to use bonus points from the kids round earlier if you haven't done so already. And very soon we'll be going on to the Our Survey Says round, a Family Fortunes question, followed by a catchphrase. Jodie's got 5 points. Respectable score if it's not your specialist subject especially. 5 points. Without the assistance of the conundrum by the looks of it as well. So that's pretty good. Donut's got 19, got the conundrum and the kids rounds points added on top. Okay. Not bad there. 19 points. $10 points. Geraldine got 5 of the Batmans. I'd be proud with that. Very good. And 2 for the conundrum. Excellent work. Now, Andy, did you genuinely only get the 2 points in the quiz round? Come on. Here we go. A late surge for me. I knew 2 of the Batman actors, so 4 plus 2 equals 6. He got more than he anticipated. Take that as a win. Excellent. Oh. 9 points, says Catherine. The Not So Golden Oldies, 9 points. 2 for the conundrum. Well done. Oh, Jodie got one newspaper and 4 Batmans. Yeah, see, this is the thing. If you got some of the Batmans, that immediately bumps up your score because there's so many within that one question. So that's good. All right. Good work, everybody. Any more comments? Keep them coming in. Just because I moved to another page, it doesn't mean that I can't see the continued comments, okay, on that subject. Lisa says, I did better. Better? You did better than what? This is why it's helpful if you actually give me a score. I know. Then we know exactly how well you did. But do comment. Right. Because the comments continue, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about the fact I've moved on. Keep the conversation going. I went to school with Michael Chiklis and was in plays with him. Oh, what? That's so cool. My goodness, the random connections that I now know through people thanks to these quizzes. Only 5 wrong, trying to figure out. Okay, that's all right. As long as you let us know. I do like to hear these things and compare and contrast because when I know what the regulars are good at and what they're not so good at, it helps me then work out what other subjects we could do and what ones we don't do quite so often. Hence why I very rarely have done a superheroes round. But still, it's a bit of fun, I hope. So, this question is designed to get you in the mood for the fact that, firstly, Christmas is coming. Whether you celebrate it or not, it's that time of year. A lot of the world does enjoy this time of year and celebrate it in some way, shape, or form. And therefore, it's quite commonplace to watch a movie of a certain kind around this time. So the survey question, 100 people were asked to name a movie likely watched at Christmas time. I've got the top 7 answers, and now, as many of you will know, now's the time to guess in the comments. You are now all one team, and you have to work out as quick as we can now these 7 answers. Let's see how quickly you can get all 7 movies that are likely watched at Christmas time according to the survey of 100 people. It's a recent survey, but of course all the best movies are the older ones, so there's not really anything too new in this list. I'll give you that much as a clue. In fact, I dread to think how many years ago the most recent movie was from this list. But this is only the top 7. It's not the entire list, of course. There were others, which I'm sure you'll guess, that aren't on the list, but they were perhaps on the full list. This is just the top 7 today. So let's have a look then. We have got Home Alone, immediately guessed by Sue. Home Alone, let's have a look. Whereabouts is Home Alone on the list, if it is even there? Let's have a look. Number 2. Very good. Home Alone is on the list and it's number 2. White Christmas. Is White Christmas there? No, not White Christmas. Andy says Jaws. I think that's going to be there. But you do also say Christmas Carol. Let's have a look at that. Christmas Carol. Geraldine's gone with Muppet Christmas Carol. I would say I'd lump them all together because there's bound to be a version of Christmas Carol on here. I will just go straight to the answer though, because Muppets Christmas Carol is the top answer. There are no other versions of Christmas Carol that made it to the list. But if you only guess Christmas Carol, then I'd let you have it because it is still the same version of the story. Yeah, Lisa went with Home Alone as well. What else have we got here? Oh, It's a Wonderful Life. Jodie says It's a Wonderful Life. That's number 3 on the list. Very good. I will give you my opinions on these in a moment because some of these are absolute must-watch every year for our family. Some of these. What else we got then? Let's go down the list. Die Hard. Lisa's gone with Die Hard, which is definitely a Christmas movie. Definitely. Like, there's no argument against it, really, and I will die on that hill. It's number 6. Number 6 on the list. All the Bond films. Yes, Jodie. If you were here, I would high five you. Definitely. Unfortunately, it's not on the list. Anything else? Yes, Wonderful Life we've got now. Let's have a look. What's next? Love Actually. That's number 5, Love Actually. I used to really enjoy it, but the more I watch it now and the more I see people talk about it now, you realise that so many of these people are just not very nice. And they're just being really horrible to other people. It's not... I mean, there's some... Oh, I don't know. There's a lot to unpack with that film. A lot. The Snowman. I wonder, is the Snowman one of the missing answers? No. No, not the Snowman. What else could there be? I think I've gone through all your guesses so far. I mean, there's definitely no dispute. These next 2 movies are very much Christmas movies, as in Christmas is central to the plot of the film. Stick and Sound of Music. Nope. Again, Sound of Music, like the Bond movies as well, actually. Stickman, no. Maybe lower down on the list. Movies like you would likely watch at Christmas time, sure, but the ones that are actually related to Christmas, the one where they swapped houses. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, no. I don't actually think the National Lampoon movies are that popular in the UK because I didn't see them in the full list at all. So I can surmise from that, and also from my own personal experience of movie quizzing in general over the years, I don't think the National Lampoon movies are that popular. Not over here. In the US, maybe completely different, I'm sure. The Holiday is a good guess. That was high up on the list, but it didn't break into that top 7 I've got here, no. I don't know what this one where they swapped houses is. I don't know. I will start giving clues in a minute. In fact, I won't give you a clue for that one. Elf. Sue's guessed Elf. That is number 7. That's number 7 on the list. Jodie's gone with Miracle on 34th Street. I was about to give a clue for that because that is number 4. That's the complete list. I was going to say it's a Miracle. I was going to give a clue for number 4 that it had been remade because the Richard Attenborough version is a remake of a much older black and white version. Oh, that's The Holiday. That's what that is. I've never seen The Holiday, to be honest. I know it's a big Christmas movie, but I've never seen it myself. Yeah, The Grinch didn't make the list either, Andy. It didn't make the list either. Again, I think it's about popularity, isn't it, when it comes to surveys? If you're asked that question, I mean, you see how long it took for you guys to come up with an answer like that. So if you ask 100 people, bang, these are the ones you got. So, yeah, all good guesses, though. You have managed... Yeah, The Holiday is the house swap one, yeah. You have managed to get all of them, and you got that quite quickly. What's the time? Oh, perfect. Right, we go on to catchphrase. Right, so let me just bring the ball back in, because... obviously, as I press the same keys over time through the quiz... it removes things. So anyway, that's all sorted again now. So behind the screen now, behind those 9 squares, there is a catchphrase. I'm now going to... Where's the wheel? There it is. I'm going to spin this wheel when you get a question correct, and that will tell us which square we reveal. Guess in the comments the answer to the following question to reveal the first square. Which celebrity author wrote about his gangster granny? Which celebrity author wrote about his gangster granny? Guess in the comments. As soon as you got it right, we'll reveal the first square. And that will be... number 7, it looks like. It's going to 7. Yes, 7. So I will remove number 7 once I can see somebody's guessed it right. David Walliams. Yes, we have got some guesses there. Very good. Number 7, let's reveal. Number 7. Not much to go on. Question 2 then, your next question. What is... let's have a look. Boise is the most populated city in which American state? I think there might be somebody watching who will know that very quickly. Boise is the most populated city in which American state? Guess in the comments, please. And when we see a correct answer, the next square to be revealed will be number 2. Okay, we're going to remove number 2 then from the wheel. Boise spelt B-O-I-S-E. Thank you, Lisa. It is Boise, Idaho. So, number 2 then, let's remove that one. Oh, that's a crucial one. That is an important one. The next question then, what is the national animal of Scotland? What is the national animal of Scotland? If you know what the catchphrase is, you can guess at any time, okay? You can guess at any time if you can work out what that is. Remember, you're still working all as a team together to get this as quickly as possible. So, have a guess in the comments. What is the national animal of Scotland? And also be thinking, what is the answer to this catchphrase? Probably let you all know that the haggis is not an animal, nor is it the national animal of Scotland. As funny as it is to joke about these things, it's not a haggis. A stag is an interesting guess. It's incorrect. It is incorrect. Loch Ness Monster. No, do you know what? You're laughing about that guess. I'll give you a clue, because clearly nobody knows. It is a mythical creature that is genuinely the national animal of Scotland. It is a mythical creature. But that will have to wait, and I will remove a square from the next wheel if you get this correct, because Jodie has guessed secret squirrel for the catchphrase, and that is exactly right. Very, very good. Look at this. Let me reveal the secret squirrel for you. And yes, well done. Unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. Well done, Lisa. Well done, Geraldine. There's your secret squirrel for the catchphrase, or the first of 3 catchphrases I have for you this evening. Unicorn is a national animal of Scotland, so as I said, I'll remove the first square for you, randomly chosen by the wheel, for the next one. Let's replace the squares, and I will swap out this catchphrase for your next one. A little bit trickier this time. Let's spin the wheel and remove one already for you guys getting unicorn correct. But well done there, Jodie, for getting secret squirrel, our first catchphrase. Right, number 2 then. Let me remove number 2. I don't think that's going to help you much. No, not really. Okay, the next question is an Australian Coolie, K-O-O-L-I-E. Is that a type of dog, a pig, or a cheese? Is an Australian Coolie, K-O-O-L-I-E, a dog, a pig, or a cheese? I've given you multiple choice, so you may as well have a guess, because it's one of the 3. And I'll spin the wheel while those guesses come in. We'll see who manages to guess which of the 3 it is. An Australian Coolie. And we're going to be removing number 5. There might be a little bit easier. This might make things a bit better for you. Sue's gone with pig. Jodie's gone with pig. Interesting. All right. Let me see if there's a few more guesses come in for this one. Lisa's gone with a dog. Done. Right, number 5 we need to remove pig. Interesting, loads of people gone with pig, but Lisa's got it right. It's a dog. An Australian Coolie is a dog. But hey, you're all one team, remember, so well done there. And there is that reveal for you. You might be able to get it from this. I'm going to give you your next question anyway, though. In which city could you visit the Guinness Brewery? In which city could you visit the Guinness Brewery? Spinning the wheel as soon as you get this question right. Number 9 will be removed. Or will it? Or will it? Sue's gone with Cold Snap. It is indeed Cold Snap. Very good. And Dublin, yes, is the correct answer for that one. So we'll remove a square on the next screen. Let me reveal the rest of the image for you. Here you go, look. They're all freezing cold, playing cards. And the game they're playing is clearly Snap. Very good. Well done. All right. So let's go to the next one then. And I will refill the board. And we play for the final time this evening, our last game. Our last game of catchphrase. This is the funny one. Our cards on the table's a good guess. That is what was going on there. But yeah, Cold Snap was the correct answer. So you did guess Dublin correctly. So let me show you which one we're going to be revealing for this one. This is the funny catchphrase. At least I found it funny. Right, number 5. Wow, okay. That could be very helpful straight off the bat. And here we go. Number 5 is removed. Keep watching. What is the first and last letter of the Greek alphabet? You can guess either or, and we will remove another square. The first and last letter of the Greek alphabet. As soon as either of those have been guessed, you will see what your next square is. I'm going to spin the wheel now while those guesses come in. I'll confirm what the correct answers are. And number 2. Okay, number 2. Let's remove number 2 because the correct answer is the alpha and the omega. Alpha and omega or omega. Very good. And there is number 2 removed for you. Your next question. Celebrated in November, what name is given to the Hindu Festival of Lights? Celebrated in November, what name is given to the Hindu Festival of Lights? Again, feel free to guess what you think the conundrum is. Not conundrum, the catchphrase is. Unfortunately, you can't see the crucial piece of the puzzle yet. We're going to be removing number 8. Very good. Geraldine and Jodie's comments are top there. Diwali is the correct answer. That's the Festival of Lights, the Hindu Festival of Lights. So let's remove number 8. So you've got an entire column there. Unfortunately, that probably isn't going to give you what you need to see either. No. You really need the left column to be gone. Okay, let's have a look now. Your next question is, in which city could you visit the Trevi Fountain? In which city could you visit the Trevi Fountain? Trevi. The Trevi Fountain. Let's spin the wheel and see what's going to be removed next. Come on, we want the left column. And it's just gone over to 4. Okay, all right. Yeah, this is going to be really helpful. Where's the Trevi Fountain, though? Get those guesses in. Geraldine's gone with Rome. We've got Florence from Sue. Rome from Lisa as well. Correct answer is Rome. Okay, so Trevi Fountain's in Rome. Let's remove number 4. That's a bit more helpful, but you've got to look closely. Right, let's go to the next question then. Mephistis is the real name of which Looney Tunes character? I'm going to put that in the chat so you can see. I'm gonna have to flick it over. Hold on. There we go. That's going into the chat now. Mephitis. I don't know how you pronounce it, to be honest. But that's the real name of which Looney Tunes character. So think of Looney Tunes characters that have more than one part to their name, and they're obviously quite similar. Reasonably similar. Not Tasmanian Devil. No. I'm going to spin the wheel, though, because I've got a feeling you might get this one in a moment. You wouldn't want to stand too close to this character. I'll give you a little clue there. It's not a dead parrot, no. Number 9 will be removed next. Oh, dear. No, it's not a dead parrot. Pepe Le Pew. Well done, Lisa. That's very good. Let's remove number 9. Pepe Le Pew is the correct answer. 9 doesn't really help, though. Yes, that's fine. I knew what you meant. Right, your next question then. Which fictional place was a hit single for Guns N' Roses? Which fictional place was a hit single for Guns N' Roses? Let's spin the wheel. Well done, Geraldine, as well. Oh, we have a guess in the comments as well as to what this could be. I'm going to remove number 1 if you get this question right. But let me just check the chat in another screen. Hold on. We have got a guess from Catherine and Tony. The Not So Golden Oldies, Budgie Smugglers is the correct answer. Let's have a look. And yes, Jodie, Paradise City, and Sue, well done. Paradise City was the correct answer for the Guns N' Roses question as well. But Budgie Smugglers is the catchphrase answer. Very good indeed. Well done there to... where has it gone? It's gone. Geraldine, well done. Sorry, there's a couple of different names that flew past then. Geraldine and Catherine. Budgie Smugglers. You got it right. Well done. Right, that's it, everybody. We come to the end of another quiz. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves as well tonight. Had some fun with it all. Next week is the Christmas special, the last quiz I'm doing on Facebook Live until the new year. There is also, if you're interested in the other quizzes I do, if you live in the area, please look at the pinned post on the Big Quiz Night In Facebook page, because that lists where I'll be for all the quizzes coming up for the rest of the year. But certainly the live Facebook Live quiz shows. Next week is the last one, and it is the Christmas special. So it's going to be a lot of fun, very Christmassy. I shall be sporting the Christmas jumper, of course. The only one I own, by the way. It's the only one I've ever owned, and I got it like last week. I've just never found one that's right for me, to be honest. I'm a bit fussy about these things, and I found one. So yes, look forward to seeing you in that next time. Sue and Jodie saying thank you for a great quiz. You're welcome. It's a pleasure as always, and a nice little turnout, and hopefully we'll have even more people joining us next week. So with that said, positive emoji, likes and reactions, all that good stuff, please. It really does help out. Thank you for your comments and spending your evening with me as always. It's been great fun. Good to be back. Yes, thank you, Andy. I will, and have a great evening to you. Mahalo, aloha. Aloha indeed, Lisa. All the different places around the world you joined. It's crazy. Amazing. But yeah, I'd love to go to Hawaii one day. One day. Literally the other side of the planet to where I am now. Please get the book for Rue's Pocket Money. Yes, please do. If you want the link, please do comment. If you have any little ones in your life, round about the 5-year-old mark is a good age, I think, for this book. Either to start reading for the first time if they're young readers, or to be read to, or both. Yeah, it's a lovely little story. And it's on Amazon. It's about £6. And it's on Prime as well. So do check it out. Links in the description, or you could always message me. Okay, thank you all very much. There is also in that link, there's merch for Big Quiz Night In. If you want something with Big Quiz Night In on it, that's all appreciated. But really, your attendance here is what means the most, and I'm really pleased you do join me. Okay, that's it. I'm stopping waffling on now. And as always, yes, thank you, Jodie. Yeah, £6. It's a bargain. It's a bargain. We've sold 20 copies now. Ruben needs to sell 100 before Amazon will pay out, though. So tell a friend. I'd love for him to have some pocket money from all this. Okay, all right. Thanks, everybody. See you all same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.